If you run your own business, you know what it's like to get up in the morning and feel like a fight. And then what you realize is that you only have yourself to fight with. So I built myself a board of advisors or board of directors this morning, and it's been great. This morning, I got up and I decided I wanted people to argue with me that are not just like me. I didn't need them to be the same as me. I needed them to have their own personalities, their own strengths and weaknesses. And ultimately, I wanted to build a team that would complement me in growing my business. So I started with a personality diversity group. So first, I identified my own. I've taken plenty of different work type and personalities. You can do a DISC survey. I've done Insights. I've done Myers-Briggs. I gave Claude Code my details of sort of what my DISC survey is. And I said, now I need to build an advisory team that's going to complement my gaps, not just amplify the things I already do. It ended up creating 5 advisors for me. These advisors all have different priorities, things that they're going to focus on, different approaches, and different DISC profiles. I don't want them to be the same. So Nora focuses on revenue. Marcus is sitting here making sure my sales process is well done. Priya's looking at my content approach to things. Ray's making sure I'm building systems to sustain and grow my business. And Elena's making sure that my product is top notch. Now, it's not just a prompt. This is about a constitution. This is about the idea that each of these personas needs to operate in a particular way. What is their DISC identity? What is their set of beliefs that they bring to the conversation? What are the rules that they're going to follow? And I could see this adjusting a little bit. What are their ultimate goals that they're trying to achieve for the business? What does success look like for them? And that being something that drives the conversation that they have with me and with the other board members. The other thing is they present to me. When it first started, the first draft of it had them interrogating me and asking me to answer all the questions. I didn't want that. They have access to all this information. I wanted them to advise, not interrogate, not hold me accountable. I already have an accountability coach for that. Then I went through and calibrated. This was the key part. I spent some time, took me about an hour. I did one-on-ones with each of them in the sense that I asked Claude to simulate being that person, that persona, which is what Claude is going to do anyway, but to get into that mode and then ask me questions or have a conversation with me. And we went back and forth. And I adjusted after each one. After I had spent 5 minutes back and forth, Claude and I then evaluated, how did it go? And when I found things that I didn't like, I told it and it adjusted. And some of those adjustments became board wide. Like the very first one, Nora was just repeating back everything I always said. It was just wasting time. So I said, get rid of that crap. I just want this to be on point, to the point. Curse at me if you need to, if it helps. But let's get this stuff done. And so now I can have a board meeting. I had it set up a skill to run the board meeting session, and it will discuss a lot of different things with me. All of them will come in and have a particular point what they're going to advise me on, and then we will discuss back and forth. My goal is to get it to a place where they're also able to argue with and countermand each other and help refine the ideas as a collective board. So that's the goal, is for them to be advisory and not just accountability, but that they're making specific recommendations from their point of view. Ultimately, the decision is mine. I'm still the CEO. I'm still in charge, but I want their input and their perspectives. So I'd encourage you to go and build your own board of directors today, your board of advisors. Look at your own DISC profile, pick 3 to 5 roles that make sense for your business, build out the constitutions, run the one-on-ones, and then hold a real board meeting. If you want to see more ways of doing this, you can check in my link. There's a Substack link there that I have this written out in a lot more details, and I hope it's helpful. I'd love to hear about the board of directors you create and whether they helped you make any key decisions.